Welcome to Movie Lounge. I'm your host, Stephen Wasson, and some of you may notice that there really hasn't been an episode for some quite time, and that isn't because I've dropped it and just forgot about the whole entire show. I haven't. I've just been more preoccupied with work and with a new short film, or short feature I should say, coming out sometime next year. I'm in the process of pre-production and getting it working up, and I'm all stoked about it. So there will be a lot more information on that coming later on in the future, whether I post stuff about it on set or anything, or the writing stages. But I wanted to, and also I was thinking more about the show, and some people were asking, when are you coming back with it, and what are you going to do with it? And I really haven't really given a lot of thought about what I want to do with it, but mainly what I want to start doing is just asking more questions and going into like film equipment and stuff, and more really cool details of like stuff that independent filmmakers can do to make their projects a lot cooler and stuff. And if you notice, I have hair on my head. I got lazy and I got more tattoos because I just wanted to get more tattoos. And so one of the things I saw a few days ago was Tomorrowland, and the cool thing about that movie is Brad Bird's awesome, and you know that he's somewhat of a Star Wars fan. If you haven't seen it, go see it. There were some annoying things, like the main actress was just utterly annoying, and some of the pacing was really slow, but other than that, like, it just brought like a new version of Disney. Like, you can tell they filmed a lot at Disney World and stuff, and one of my favorite movies of all time is The Rocketeer, and they pay a little homage to that and like give a nod to The Rocketeer in some of the scenes, and I totally love that. I was like, could this be Disney's way of saying we could make Rocketeer 2, reboot it or remake it? I don't care, please do. I'll even do it for free. Like, probably not for free, but I would totally do it in a heartbeat. You want me to be a key grip? I can do that. That would be one of my favorite remakes to do. I don't know if they'll ever do it, but man, with the technology now, they could totally do it. And I saw Avengers: Age of Ultron. Totally loved it. I thought it was a pretty cool. It's not better than the first one, but it's cool. Like, it's some of the nods that they give for the sequels are awesome. And that movie, it made a crap load. Like, with this being a family wholesome show, I can't say much other words, but it made a crap load. Right now it's at like $1.2 billion. Like, it's making a crap load. And it may not make more than the first one, but it's still gonna make a ton. And that was a major highlight for me. I was excited to see Avengers, and it totally was awesome. And one of the things that I got into debate was more of the whole Batman versus Superman, pretty much just a Batman movie. And over the past few months, people have been trying to get my input on it. And what do you think of the new Joker? And what do you think of Ben Affleck as Batman? And I saw the teaser trailer, and it was cool. Like, I think the movie's going to be really cool and all that fun stuff, but I'm still skeptical on it, and I'm still waiting to see about it. And we'll find out. I'll go see it, and I want to wait for the main trailer to come out to give out my input. And I finally got to see the Star Wars New Force Awakening. Holy wow. I saw it in the big screen. I did see it on my laptop or my phone, but I finally got to see it on the big screen, and wow, that movie is going to be, there's no words really to say what I feel about that movie. It's good things. One of the other things I saw was that they're not making a Tron 3. I can tell why. I can see why. But I like Tron. I like Tron Legacy. I enjoyed it. I don't see it as much. But yeah, growing up in the late 80s into the 90s, like, I grew up mostly watching movies from the 80s and older, and I just growing up, I loved them. One of the movies I would love to see is The Last Starfighter. That would be a sweet remake. Another movie I haven't seen yet, but I'm going to, is Mad Max Fury Road. I've heard nothing but about cool things about that, and that was one trilogy I grew up on, and it was awesome. So, not a lot of questions came in, and because some people that I dropped the show, I didn't drop the show, still doing the show. But I've had a lot of conversations with people and trying to get people plugged into other projects and stuff. And one of the cool things I'll be doing before I end the show today is I'm going to Russia for 2 weeks at the end of June, and I'll be filming for 2 weeks. And I got my sweet package, totally awesome camera rig, a Rode mic, and some other fun stuff to put on it, lights. And this will be the first time I ever film overseas and international. And so it'd be really cool to see what new ideas I can do with filming. And I'll even post that on the channel and show you guys what I'm doing there. And I'm really excited because not only will this be the first time me filming overseas, but it allows me to do something cool in another country of what I can do. And right before that, I'm filming a wedding, so I'll get to test all the camera stuff. It's like Christmas and birthday all together smashed into one entire month. Like, it's going to be awesome. And I always like doing that. The cool thing about filming is when you have a new project and then people hire you or ask you to come film here, and there's stuff that you need, and you can afford anything, like having like any little thing, like having a battery, buying a new battery, or like buying a really good camera rig. It's like total candy shop for any filmmaker. Like, we'll be online or going to stores and it's just a delight having the opportunity to actually go find stuff that you want to use for your camera. And one of the cool things I've learned is you don't always have to go for the most expensive. Like my camera rig, reasonable price, because I'm not looking for a name brand. I'm looking for something I can use over and over again. And one of the cool things about it is you just get to have fun. You get to test new things out. And if you don't like that, you get to take it back. And with my new short feature coming out, I get to test out cameras. Like, I get to pick which camera I think is going to be awesome. And the cool thing is, I'm going to love it so much. The short feature with the budget I'm going to be coming up for it will allow me to do awesome things. And that's one thing I'll be able to show you is like, okay, this is what I got for this shot and reasonable price and stuff. So that's fun. That's me going on a rabbit hole. I guess for me, that would be is when coming into a project, you always want to come with the mentality of the price of each product and what you're going to do with it. If you're going to shoot with low lights, get a camera good for low lights. If you're going to shoot something that's very fast paced, for me, shoot with a camera that can shoot in high frame rates, because then you can balance it out later in post. One thing is, what do you want to use for post? I use After Effects and Premiere Pro, and I'm not going to use SpeedGrade or whatever crap Adobe has for their color grading. I'm probably going to use DaVinci, and just find things that you know that you're used to and that you're good with that doesn't cost much. You don't need to go out and buy the most high-end Blackmagic, which isn't very much, but like still, like, or Red or Panavision. Like, would I love to shoot 35? Holy yes, I would love to shoot at real film. But with my budget and me being an independent filmmaker, I have to go digital. So I have to use something that I can afford to do and that won't cost me in the end. Because one of the things that kills you in a short film is, or any project, short feature or independent, is everything's going well when you're filming, but then it just kind of it affects you in the long run. So my suggestion is to film with the mentality of, okay, we could go back into filming some reshoots, or how much will this cost in post? So what can we do in production live, that won't affect us in the end, because it does cost a lot to make a project, and it isn't something that comes easy. It takes a lot of hard work. And so the film I'm going to be doing, and I'll tell you more about that in the next shows to come, is very dear to me, so I'm taking a lot of time and effort to make this into something really cool, because it's a project that I've been wanting to do for over a decade, and I think it's going to be awesome. So that's the end of the show. I'm your host, as always, and if you have any questions or you want me to talk about a certain subject, you can email us at themovielounge15@gmail.com, which will there be a little link. And yeah, I hope to make more shows and come up with new ways for this show. You guys have a good day. Bye.